How's it going? It's Chad Calhagen. Let's talk about the brand new Moto G6 Forge. This is my full review, and I've got to say, my experience with this has been excellent. I cannot believe that this only costs $100. Motorola and Cricket Wireless are really raising the bar on this one. Build quality is incredible for the price. No creaking, feels great in your hand, not too heavy, not too light. Comes with a free case in the box, which will buy you time to get a better case if you so choose. Otherwise, you can just roll with it as is. This beautiful 5.7 HD plus 18:9 aspect ratio display, which, by the way, the camera is not doing enough justice. Wonderful. Motorola included a very nice color mode set to vibrant by default. Beautiful display. I took it outside into direct sunlight. Check this out. I'm outside in direct sunlight with the brightness all the way up, and I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with how well I'm able to see the screen. I wish that I was able to capture it as well with my camera as I am in person here, but the camera is picking up a big glare that's actually not nearly as distracting as it looks on camera. Surprisingly easy to view. Another thing, 4,000 milliampere hour battery. Moto display, by the way. Here's what it looks like. Pops up when you get your notifications. We'll touch more on that later. That's great timing, though. This battery will absolutely get you more than through the day. Push this thing to the max, I dare you. You will be fine. Plus, it's got only a 2 amp charger that comes with it. Kind of a bummer. I understand why they cut that corner. It's only $100. I'm not worried about it. I hooked it up to my 5 amp charger that I had sitting around from another phone. It went into turbo mode. It charged super fast, so don't even worry about that. Even though this is only a micro USB charging and data port, this huge battery is going to charge for you in no time as long as you use a faster charger. Even with the 2 amp one, it still really wasn't that bad, so that's pretty cool. I'm not going to knock Motorola for cutting that corner. Completely understandable. And I know on paper with the only 2 gigabytes of RAM, 1.4 gigahertz Snapdragon 427 quad-core processor, I know it seems like it's not going to be a really fast device, but in real-world usage, you very quickly forget that this only has 2 gigabytes of RAM. And that quad-core processor, minus your very slight occasional stutter here and there, which is to be expected with a budget $100 phone, it's great. You don't even fixate on that at all. This is a $100 phone, and it performs much better than that. You'll quickly forget how much you paid for it. Don't even sweat it. Let's talk about this front-firing speaker. I'm going to capture to the best of my ability with this camera the sound quality from the speaker here. I think this really sounds loud and clear and has an excellent tone to it, so I really hope that you were able to tell that even just a little bit from this footage. But believe me, if you can't tell, this sounds incredible. Alright, now I have an update for those of you who watched my initial unboxing video. In that video, I mentioned the fact that I have this pimple right here, and I've tried to squeeze it since then, and that was a mistake. Well, I have you here. Let's talk about Moto Actions, because these are pretty sweet, and I've already actually used the two most popular ones that most people always talk about, I've used them several times. And another thing that I want to add to the conversation is the fact that not only do these exist, but you can even do these when the screen is off, when the phone is on, you know, your usual standby. So phone is off. I'm going to do the chop chop, which is going to turn on the flashlight. Chop chop again to turn it off. And then the other one I'm going to do, phone is still off, I'm going to do the double twist to open the camera. And this doesn't always open the same front or rear camera. It does remember the camera you had open when you last used the camera, which is a nice touch. And then I'm going to do that again, and there, as you can see, it's flipped to the opposite camera. And then you can just keep going back and forth all day with that. So that's pretty cool. Those are really interesting features. Initially, when I first heard about those, I was like, well, when am I going to need those? You know, because I've never had them before, so it never dawned on me how nice that would be. I honestly admit it. These are really useful features, and especially when you're in the dark. The one I would argue for even more would be the flashlight. Like, how cool is that to just pull your phone out of your pocket, instant, really bright flashlight? And by the way, the flashes on this phone are very, very bright, extremely helpful. Now, in addition to dual band Wi-Fi being included here, which I very much appreciate, it's 2018, all phones should have that by now. Very nice. You also get Wi-Fi calling on this device. Really nice for a phone that Cricket is only offering through third-party retailers like Best Buy. Like, you know, you don't have to go directly through Cricket to get Wi-Fi calling. That's so nice. Don't take that for granted. It's excellent. Now, let's talk about these cameras. We got a 5 megapixel front camera with flash. Very nice feature, and a 13 megapixel phase detection autofocus rear camera. Also has a flash sitting right above this fingerprint sensor here. Check out these samples. From what I'm able to tell, the macro focus is pretty good, but especially when you're in video mode, if you're really quickly getting right up on something, you just got to give it an extra moment, which is pretty standard in this lower price point, and I honestly wouldn't dock the G6 Forge for that. Once it locks in, however, it does a very nice job. Let's check out some still shots. So you get all of that for only $100. Cricket Wireless and Motorola smashed this device, man. They knocked it so far out of the park, I can't even articulate for you. This is an incredible value. And if it goes on sale later on, that's just going to be more insane. But it's really nice to have a phone that it's like, you know what? Should I wait for it to go on sale or should I just pick it up now? You don't have to wait. This phone is absolutely worth $100. The only complaint I have, and it's very minor, and we're going back to that Moto display now. This is my personal preference. I'm not going to sit here and bash the Moto display, but I am going to be honest with you. As well as it works, it's just not for me. I'm in the camp of people that just really very much prefer a notification LED indicator light. It's just a personal preference. Is it something that is just a total deal breaker if it's not there? Admittedly, no, but it's just something that I prefer. That's it. That's literally the only beef I have with this phone, and I mean, I barely call it a beef. Like, the rest of the phone is so incredible. I absolutely still recommend it. And I only just wanted to mention that in the interest of full disclosure, just because I wanted to be thorough. But yeah, that's it. I literally can't find anything else wrong with this phone. Go to Best Buy and pick this up right away. If it's not in store, order it. It's absolutely worth the wait. No Cricket activation or upgrade fee because you're buying it through a third-party retailer. This phone is the real deal. You need this in your life. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this if you found it useful. I'll see you around.